We came up with the research question, does Tesla have a bright future ahead of them? We used the phenomenological research to look for data out of which our hypothesis develops. This means we used an inductive approach which gives us qualitative data about our topic. First, we did some desk research about the company. The information we have found can be divided into 4 groups: explanatory, exploratory, descriptive and interpretive. We had a look at the website of the company and the information they provided. After that, we had a look at second sources, like articles and reports about Tesla. After that, we went to a Tesla store and made some interviews with employees to get more insight into the company. Therefore, we have used purposive sampling. We selected the employees on purpose on the basis that they provide the right information. To create a clearer view on what we want to show you, we created a mind map in order to visualize the ideas. Tesla is named after the Serbian-American electrical engineer and physicist Nikola Tesla. Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning founded the company in July 2003 in San Francisco, although Elon Musk, J.B. Straubel, Ian Wright are considered to be co-founders. Tesla is an American company that focuses its business activities particularly on manufacturing and selling full electric vehicles. But Tesla also produces clean energy generation and storage products through its subsidiary SolarCity. Tesla currently has 3 models on the market: the Model S, Model X and Model 3. Tesla's vision is to create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transitions to electric vehicles. They believe that the faster the world stops relying on fossil fuels and moves towards a zero-emission future, the better. Tesla is a public limited company, which means that its shares may be freely sold and traded to the public. They have over 33,000 employees as of August 2017. At this moment, Tesla is operating in 37 countries and they have 125 stores. Their headquarters is located in Palo Alto, California, where a number of high technology companies are also situated. The European headquarters is located in Amsterdam.
Tesla is utilizing a functional structure, which is a hierarchical organizational structure. It is a modern way of using Taylorism, although they also adapt some parts of Fordham's assembly line, and with that, the new machinery that Tesla is using. In Taylorism, as well as at Tesla, the supervisor divides their employees into different departments like design, vehicle engineering, manufacturing, business development, sales and services, and coordinate these. Thereby happens a strict separation between acting and thinking. But Tesla does also pick up aspects of Max Weber, a political economist and the inventor of the bureaucracy model. By that, supervisors are hired by their expertise in a certain field, and people are then grouped according to a specialized or similar set of roles and tasks. Thereby, the employees want to achieve something together and work to maximize their human potential. According to McGregor, this kind of human nature is called Theory Y, in which subordinates are assumed to work in their own manner. The hierarchy of the company is divided in 6 levels, starting from the USA board to product specialist. Coming from high to low, the USA board is followed by the European board. After that, the country board, sales director, store manager, and finally the product specialist are followed. Thereby, it is important to mention that the hierarchy of the company is quite flat, and there is a low power distance from the boss perspective. As earlier mentioned, Tesla is a public company, so its shareholders form the head of the organization. After that, the board of directors is followed. The CEO, Elon Musk, is the head of all supervisors. heading from the company structure to the way the company is led, the transformational leadership. Thereby, the management empowers their employees by appealing ideas and values that should be adapted. The most important fact is that they are convinced of the work that Tesla is doing. Most of the employees, according to the product specialist that we have interviewed, are working for Tesla because they can identify themselves with the company and the work they are doing. That is why employees that do not have a specific skill can also get hired. The company has therefore trainings and workshops to educate their staff. This shows that their leadership is proactive. They know that in terms of motivation, commitment, inspiration and innovation, the organizational performance can be improved by working all together in one team. So putting everything into a nutshell, the Tesla culture includes 6 features. Move fast. Tesla's employees quickly respond to market trends. Do the impossible. Employees are encouraged to think outside the box to create innovative products. Constantly innovative. This focuses on the continuous nature of innovation at the company. Reasons from first principle. Rapid problem solving and reasoning is promoted as a special mode of inquiry. Think like owners. Employees think like they own the organization. Always think of business development. We are all in. Teamwork is a huge unifying aspect of the company culture.
Tesla's total revenue is $7 billion worldwide, according to the fiscal year 2016. When we look at the economics of Tesla, the latest figures of sales emphasize the fact that Tesla is likely to continue to grow exponentially in Europe and Asia. Tesla's biggest customer in Europe is Norway, followed by the Netherlands. Norway and the Netherlands are leading in stimulating green transportation. Therefore, the first Tesla cars were sold in those 2 countries. In the first years of sales, these 2 countries have taken over 80% of the Model S car sales. The European market is based on the new classical model. Since 1980 until now, the economy is supply focused. The economy tries to increase the shareholder value by orientating towards the needs and requirements of the shareholder. This orientation, plus high mortgage and consumer debt of the middle and lower income bracket, shall support the growth of the economy. Thereby, the usage of all the assets within the economy should be financially maximized. Looking at growth rates important to Tesla, in the first quarter of 2017, 49% more electric cars were sold in Europe. Growth rates are used to calculate the change in the inflation-adjusted real market value of the goods and services produced by an economy over time. It is conventionally measured as the percentage change in real gross domestic product, or real GDP. When the economy is expanding, the GDP growth rate is positive. When it is growing, businesses, jobs and personal income are most likely to grow as well. When it expands beyond 3 to 4%, it could hit a peak and economic growth could stall. From January 2015 until now, the European GDP growth rate looks like this. In 2014, the European car industry generated a total of $1.17 trillion, which represents 6.3% of the global car manufacturing turnover. The European automotive industry creates skilled jobs for around 12.1 million people, which equals 5.6% of the total European employment. Globally, 90.6 million cars were produced in 2014. Of those 90.6 million cars, about 17.2 million were produced in Europe. According to Eurostat, approximately 18.24 million people were unemployed in the EU in October 2017. The euro area seasonally adjusted unemployment rate was 8.8% in October 2017. The EU 28 unemployment rate was 7.4% in October 2017. The shareholder value of Tesla has grown rapidly between the start of 2013 and 2014 and has become more stable over the previous years. To sum up, the European market is a solid base for selling electric vehicles. Along with the growing awareness of the climate change, plus the increasing GDP per capita, Europeans are more and more able to afford these electric vehicles. Europe is Tesla's second largest market, and with an increasing demand for electric vehicles, there is a great deal of potential to expand the sales and production in this market.
The contracts of Tesla are influenced by employment law, which are the rules and principles that govern the relationship between employees and employers. According to the employee we spoke to, Tesla offers fixed-term and permanent contracts. However, 0-hours contracts is not something they will offer to employees. It is vested in their contracts that the employee will receive the right training to be able to optimize their work skills. Tesla has multiple intellectual property rights protected. Intellectual property rights are rights people have over the creations of their minds, which in industrial property can be established by trademarks and patents. Over the past years, Tesla has registered trademarks and patents for their business activities, processes, and products. Trademarks are a sign which is capable of being represented graphically and capable of distinguishing goods or services from another company. Trademarks should be registered before the property is protected, and after that is applied, every 10 years the trademark must be renewed. Tesla Motors has many trademarks in use. For example, the trademarks are registered for solar energy equipment, for energy efficiency, renewable energy, charging stations, and the trademarks that stand for the electric vehicle, structural parts and repair and maintenance. Patents are an exclusive right to an invention. Just like the trademark, the patent needs to be registered before it can be protected, which holds up for 20 years and is not renewable. Trademarks and patents must be registered in every country separately. Both the products and process of the good or service can be patented. In 2014, Tesla has pledged that they will not initiate a patent lawsuit against anyone who in good faith uses the technology. With this, they want to encourage the advent of sustainable transport. This pledge means that as long as someone uses Tesla's patents for electric vehicles and doesn't do bad things, such as fully copying Tesla's work or using Tesla's patents and then suing them for intellectual property infringement, they should have no fear of Tesla asserting its patents against them. According to the annual report, Tesla completed the acquisition of Grollmann Engineering, which is a German manufacturing company with expertise in automated production. This acquisition has cost approximately $150 million in cash in January 2017. They expect this acquisition will facilitate and increase their production automation and efficiency. It is usual in the automotive industry in the US to work through dealerships, but when Tesla entered the market, they announced that they would not employ traditional dealer networks, but rather sell directly to consumers and service their cars in aftermarkets. Tesla wants to make things and then sell those directly to consumers in stores which are owned and operated by Tesla. The concept of direct-to-consumer sales is illegal in many US states. Some states, like New Jersey, has made provisions to ban direct-to-consumer car sales. However, this decision was necessary to ensure the acceptance of the electric vehicle.
During our ethics course, we talked about the 3 Ps: people, planet, and profit. When it comes to people, Tesla is not involved in slavery like debt or child slavery. Tesla is committed to make the working conditions in Tesla's supply chain safe and humane, ensuring that workers are treated with respect and dignity and that manufacturing processes are environmentally responsible. According to recent articles, Tesla is facing allegations about discrimination on sexual-oriented and racial grounds, which the employees have gone to court for. They strive to provide each employee with a safe and healthy work environment and try to create a comfortable workplace for everyone. As already discussed, they produce cars that are sustainable and ensure the lifetime of the next generations. The Tesla appears to be one of the safest cars, for example, by implementing the autopilot. The planet dilemma of Tesla is to reduce the transportation sector's dependence on petroleum and increase dependence on electricity, for example, with the introduction of the Tesla semi-truck. Their whole philosophy developed from the thought to create an environment-friendly concept in which the humanity can remain their habits and stop damaging the planet. There is also a rise in the demand for energy, which can be met by introducing efficient power and renewables. They see their corporate social responsibility in bringing new green technology to the community. Tesla's profit dilemma is to strengthen the sustainable production over the years. They truly believe in their own concepts and put their money in it. For example, the supercharger network. According to the annual report from 2016, the investment in the network of high-speed charging stations will cost about $250,000 per station. Increasing the capacity at existing supercharger locations now has top priority. Also, the Tesla Gigafactory is an important component for the company in terms of cutting cost of its batteries. They estimate that it will reduce the cost of batteries by 30% when it is fully operating in 2020. But Tesla is also faced with an ethical dilemma. Although they produce sustainable cars, the production of the battery is not sustainable at all. Thus, there is an estimation that a Tesla car has to be used for 8 years to become fully sustainable because it has to compensate the CO2 emissions that emerged during the battery production. This is still a huge challenge that Tesla is faced with and also criticized for.
Referring to the research question, does Tesla have a bright future ahead of them, that we have stated at the beginning of this video, it can be concluded that Tesla is still facing some problems with the delay of the car production in the current trial concerning the employee harassments. In addition, Tesla has to improve the sustainability of the production of the batteries and their power range. However, the future of Tesla looks bright because of their increasing sales figures and interest within new markets, for example in Europe and China. Tesla is challenging the status quo by using new opportunities to embrace the change of the worldwide automotive industry.